Hi, and welcome to my letter from the light side for the 20th of April 2017. I'm Annie Conboy. I know that some of you do watch live, but I also am very appreciative of everybody who takes the time to watch this from the page or YouTube. So thank you very much for viewing the video whenever you can, and for sharing it. One of the key things of the whys of why I'm doing this is because my guides and inspirers want to share the guidance as widely as possible, and hopefully to help us all to have the best week that we possibly can. As you can see, I'm in my orange again. I'm laughing because I wasn't going to wear orange, but I am. And I'm wearing orange because one of the things that is important at the moment is to try to keep staying in the positive and uplifted energy. Trying to make sure that we focus on the positives as much as we possibly can. Obviously, life isn't always that simple. And I have to say, when I was doing my exercise workout with my lovely trainer Linda this morning, there was certainly some focusing on the positives. But for big things or small, one of the things that the guides try to help us to see is that there is always light in the world and there is always positivity. So, hence the orange. But there's also another reason for wearing orange today. And that's because what we are working on at the moment is to understand our true nature, to understand who we really are, and to try to live as best we can in this world, our talents and abilities. Sorry, somebody's digging me in the ear to pay attention, so I don't know what I'm missing, but hey ho. Maybe it's just I needed to say the guides and inspirers are here and are around me. They're doing their work, their energy work, to help support us and sustain us. We are going through a time of real, deep, significant change. And when we go through change, it can actually feel very, well, one of my favourite words, discombobulating. In other words, everything's up in the air, but also upside down and inside out. And keeping that sense of who we are is really the challenge. That sense of who we are comes, and I'm doing this because it comes within sacral chakra. The energy centre that is responsible for feeding our sense of self energy into the aura and into the physical body. And when our sense of self is rocked, it can create imbalance in the aura, and it can eventually create illness. And it's about when we want to take action to be ourselves in the world. Sometimes if we haven't energized enough, it's a hard road. It's a grind. And at the moment, we're going through lots of loops of going back over the same old, and trying to fathom, who should I be? What should I be saying? What should I be thinking? In a sense, the world events always mirror the inner us, and if there's nervousness or fear on the world stage, then that is also what will be in with us. Hi Marie, lovely to see you could join me. So one of the things that we are asked to pay attention to when we're looking at the sacral or navel chakra is to start to look at what our talents and abilities are. I know that we kind of sail along going, yeah, I can do that and I can do that. But sometimes we need a shake-up. Sometimes we need a kind of a, well, yeah, you can do that, but maybe that's not what you're meant to do now. And this real debate about, well, what am I supposed to do? Sometimes if we don't pay attention to that signal, it ends up that we actually find ourselves in the dead end of something, a job or an occupation or what we like to do is coming to an end, and we're a bit lost going, oh, but that's who I've been for the last 15 years, 20 years, whatever, and having to move on. I'm noticing this as a mother, because children grow up and they're not static. And I'm now in a phase of encouraging independence with my, I suppose you could technically still call her child, she wouldn't agree. And I'm having to kind of go, oh, well, I've had all of this for this many years, but now we have to relate differently. Who is she? Who am I? Because I'm not mum in that way anymore. I can't be mum the way I'm used to being mum. It also happens in occupation. Right at the minute, I'm in the process of shifting my location, not very far, just from 2 sets of rooms to 1 set of rooms, and going through the practical stuff of clearing out and recycling my things into the world and stripping down to the slimming down, ready for action version of of Annie Conboy, if you can believe that. You know, I'm having to let go and kind of go, oh, well, this is what I was doing. Now I've been called to do something else. And with all of the things that are happening, it's time to see that you are being called to new things. You're being called to do it differently. I know that they spoke a few weeks back about how we are in the world and doing it differently, but we've got right slap bang in the middle of some very, very big energy blasts at the moment, which will be unsettling while they're passing through. The idea is to let them come in, let them do their work, and let them go back out again into the earth, because the earth itself is changing. The earth is on a process of change too. So where does that leave us for the coming week? That's the question I asked them this morning. Where does that leave us? And I've waited all day for the answer, because I thought, well, I'll do the broadcast early and maybe whatever, and it didn't quite work like that. They've kept me waiting, but they've kept me waiting because what I needed to do was a little bit more exploring of what I wanted to be. Hi Annette, lovely to see you joining us. And yes, it is for our highest good, Marie. It is about what we're doing is striding forward, and in striding forward, treating the world differently, living differently. But it can seem such a hard thing to get from here and all of the noise in the world to get to there, and that sense of peace, that sense of things being resolved, that is important. I don't know anybody who doesn't want a peaceful life, but we've lost how to get to that stage, to make that happen. We've got distracted by so much busyness, and our talents have got hidden. So over the coming week, I do have to say, keep calm and don't panic. You will be experiencing energy coming through, allowing yourself to let it get through you, go into the earth, because it will take with it layers of stuff you no longer want. It will be a cleansing action. It may mean that you have to address, who am I and what do I really, really, truly want with my life? But that's a positive. We all have so many talents that we didn't explore. We took a path off in a different direction and had a wander around a different maze, and then we've come back here. I always feel like I'm in the crystal maze, moving from place to place to the next challenge. But that's what life is. And for any of you who don't remember the Crystal Maze, I do apologise. It was a British TV programme. But that's where we're at. We are navigating some exciting changes, taking us into different places with different outcomes. All of those outcomes designed to help us to bring that peaceful contentment into our lives. So, staying calm is the first thing. The second thing is that the energy blasts will certainly make you feel that your intuition is increasing. Please don't dismiss your gut feeling. That's where the chakra is that you need to be paying attention to. If it seems like you've got to go off in that direction, go. If it seems like, no, that's not the right turn I need to make, I need to turn this way, go. Don't sit in a stuck situation wishing that someone could come and help you, because it doesn't work like that. You have to help yourself. And that's a hard thing to do. I was talking to someone today who's just lost a loved one, a parent. And suddenly, when a parent dies, you have to become more grown up, more adult. And there's a part of us that quite likes it if someone else will sort it out. I know there's a part in me. I know there's a part in most people. Just sort it out for me, please. I even say that to my guides. Just sort it out for me, please. But they can't do that. We have that free will choice. They can help us find what we need to do, but they can't make us do it, and they can't insist that we do it. We can have their guidance, absolutely. I mean, somebody's got hold of both my ears and is pulling them at the moment because it's one of my favourite guides who likes to make me laugh, because when I get deadly serious, he just comes and goes, "Ah." So I hope that it's making you laugh too, because it's when we put ourselves into the understanding that yes, we have to do it for ourselves, but we have support. That's the difference. We have encouragement. So when I was puffing and panting, trying to do one of the exercises this morning, my lovely trainer Linda said, "Come on, you can do it." And I did. And I did more than I expected, because I had that encouragement. So in the coming week, remember that you've got the encouragement to make choices that suit you. Remember also that what you're asked to look at is your talent, not put it down or dismiss it, but look at your talent and look at yourself and say, yeah, whew, I'm good at that. Yeah, wow, look, I found I can do this instead. And to explore and enjoy exploring and having a laugh. Very much having a laugh. The right energy to work in is that flow of positive that comes from not taking it too seriously. We take so many things as if it's life and death. It's been life and death. Could I sell the cabinet behind me, or did I really have to hang on to it? Yeah, we make so much about, can I, when really, in the greater scheme of things, it doesn't matter. What matters is doing something, being active in our lives, not controlling, but going along, making sure we contribute the best of ourselves that we can. And I'm back to all those wonderful hidden talents. I'll pick up your message in it after the broadcast, darling. I've seen it, just to let you know I've seen it. So it's about looking inward for another week, but with the intent of looking outward and saying, what can I offer to the world? Looking at the world and saying, what's my bit in this puzzle? Which missing bit do I fill? And then going wholeheartedly ahead in delivering on that bit. Now, it doesn't have to be a world-saving thing. Sometimes the bit that you contribute is a smile or a listening ear, or somebody saying, I'm a bit lost, and you saying, let me help. It might be sending a healing thought. It might be encouraging people to see that, yes, okay, there's still uncertainty, but life kind of generally goes on much as it always did. It might be reassuring a child that, no, nothing much is changing, it's all okay. Whatever it is, do it with joy, do it with laughter, and do it knowing that if it's in front of you to do, then it's playing to your strengths, to your talents. Sometimes I have to sit down with a bit of paper and go, what am I good at? I forget. I get lost off in all this gloom and rubbish that sometimes swamps us all. And I actually do sit down and tell myself what I'm good at. And while I'm doing it, it makes me think about it. Because, yeah, I'm good at paperwork and filing. Do I want to do it? No, not really. So I don't. Which means I've got a messy office. But hey, I'm doing other things that I'm good at. Sometimes just looking at things in a slightly different way, looking at it in a light-hearted way, and allowing yourself, hi Bev, and allowing yourself to enjoy different things that you are also good at. Now, I do feel as if we've got quite a big shift of energy coming on Saturday. Hi Mary. One of the guides who's in with me is what I call my gatekeeper guide, and he's always around when I need extra steadiness. It's like, come on, it'll be fine. And I do feel that the energy of Saturday is very choppy. Okay, it's about holding back from your first reactions, okay, holding back from what you might normally say, or what you maybe even panicked into saying, and just going, how do I want to respond? What would be a compassionate or kind-hearted way to deal with this? Should I just maybe even let it pass because I don't need to be drawn into this particular drama? I feel that that energy resurfaces again on Monday, whatever's happening on Monday. Higher Gemma in the world, I have the sense of the same kind of stance, if you like. He's standing behind me, very, stand your ground, but in a very calm and compassionate way, because other people are excitable. Monday particularly, other people are excitable. And try to remember that nothing is inevitable. There's a lot of talk Tuesday, Wednesday about it's inevitable that this has happened, so that's got to happen. Nothing is inevitable. We don't have to have what we predict is going to happen, because we can change it at any time. We can do things differently so that it doesn't happen the way we think or the way we're being told it will happen. So try to look for, particularly Tuesday and Wednesday, when I won't say the flack is flying, the argument, the news, try to get to the heart of the matter. what matters to you, rather than all the kind of big stuff that's still saber rattling. There's still a lot of aggression and aggressiveness that's surfacing. So to help yourself, stepping back, and as Gemma's just commented, plan is to let it pass. Let it pass, you know, be quite protective. Be prepared to say what's right for you to say. Be prepared to offer your talents and to offer your skills, and to take what action is right for you to take, but not from a point of view of a kick reaction, a knee-jerk reaction. Okay? Sometimes we're prodded in the wrong spot and the button goes, oh, and we're off, and our mouth's away and our attitude's away. Don't come into the fear. Don't come into the disheartened disappointedness. Things are changing very rapidly, and what's going on the surface is just a hint of what's underneath. We are being given a voice. It doesn't look like it, but if you follow your spiritual mission, you will be speaking from your heart about what is right for you, and that way we can get at the truth. We can remove the vested interests and the plots and agendas and subplots. That's what we're clearing at the moment, by each person contributing their best in their own unique way. It's finding it that's the issue just now, but we will do it. So over the coming week, remember to smile, even a good laugh, yeah? Remember to come back to this video if you need a reminder. And remember, people want to live in peace. That's what nearly everybody on the planet really, really wants in their heart. It's just a bit harder to find it sometimes, but we will. We're on an ascension journey. We are all going to come out of this better than we started. And I know that seems like such a wild dream. I know that there are times when it seems like a mission impossible. But you're light workers. Anybody who's watching this, you're light workers. You are here because you chose to come and assist this planet and the human race at this time. Find that within you. Find that true self that's hidden in that sacral chakra. Find your own orange upliftment to carry you forward. You are special because you're unique. We all are. And combined, we are a light force to be reckoned with. I know we can do it. I know we've already done it several times before now. It's just the wobble while we're going through the change. And we all decided we would help. So find you. Find your essence. Change your energy to positive. And go and make a new world this week with every step you take, every word, every thought. Sending you the love of the light side. They're with us in this and ready to help anytime you like. Thank you very much for watching, and if you've been inspired, please feel free to share this video with anyone else who needs it. And I will speak to you next week live, fingers crossed, if my if my internet will work. because I'm changing, but also just keep an eye on the page, because there is another piece of work. Hi Todd, there's another piece of work that the light side want me to do, and I will be trying to get it out to people as soon as possible. Thank you everybody, it's lovely to see you watching the video, and for anybody who watches it later, much love. Bye.